Welcome everyone to our time of adoration and our time to reflect on this week's theme, which is sacred space. In this Sunday's Gospel, we hear that Jesus takes himself away to a quiet space to pray and to reflect. And if Jesus needed to do that, I think it's pretty sure that we all need to do that. We need to follow that example. So when we think about sacred space, we often think of a physical space, and somewhere like the chapel is made sacred by the fact that it's consecrated, by the events that take place in a space like this, and also by that sense of peace. A lot of people consider sacred spaces to be peaceful spaces, and of course our chapel is all of these things, and more so. It's sacred because we have the real presence of Jesus Christ in this space, because as Catholics we believe that Christ is really present in the bread and the wine as it's consecrated, and we're very lucky to be able to have the reserved Blessed Sacrament with us. That's what that red light that you can see behind me means. It means that we have the Blessed Sacrament with us. So today we're going to expose the Blessed Sacrament, and how we do that is we use a monstrance. It's a beautiful thing. Monstrance is actually Latin for to show. And obviously that's what we're doing. We're exposing, we're showing that Blessed Sacrament. And it's our monstrance is a beautiful object just to really reflect the beauty of Christ and the fact that we will be looking at that true presence of Christ today. And adoration is a simple and ancient prayer. So we're going to do a few things to prepare ourselves today. One of the things I do is I always light the candles that we would have lit at Mass, and that's just to make that link between what happens at Mass with the consecration of the bread and wine, and the fact that we're looking at that again in adoration. So you may wish to light a candle this morning yourself. I will be genuflecting. I'll be kneeling before the Blessed Sacrament, and that is to just show respect for what we're looking at, and what we're engaging in at that time. So again, you might choose to sit or to kneel as we're doing this. And most importantly, we've got to set this time aside to make this sacred time. We've got to set it aside and make it quiet and prayerful. So you need to allow yourself that space to reflect that space and that time. So you may want to switch your phone off, and make sure that you can actually create some time just to be quiet, just to be in the presence of the Lord. And we'll run through it very simply. There'll be a hymn at the beginning. There'll be the Gospel from Sunday that gives us the theme of sacred space to reflect on. Then we'll spend a few moments just sitting or kneeling in the presence of Christ and just asking ourselves some questions and bringing some of our prayers to the Lord. And then we'll finish again with a hymn and what we call the repositioning, the putting back of the Blessed Sacrament into the tabernacle. One of the things to think about as well in terms of sacred space is that link between the communion, the Blessed Sacrament that we're looking at, and what we would normally do with it in Mass. So normally we would consume that bread, we would consume the sacrament, and therefore what we also do is we create sacred space within ourselves. We become the tabernacle, if you like. We become the temple of the Lord. So maybe that's something else, another thought to engage with about the fact that you are sacred space as well.
Here in your love,
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. On leaving the synagogue, Jesus went with James and John straight to the house of Simon and Andrew. Now Simon's mother-in-law had gone to bed with a fever, and they were told about her straight away. He went to her, took her by the hand, and helped her up. After the fever left her, and she began to wait on them. That evening, after sunset, they brought to him all those who were sick and those who were possessed by devils. The whole town came and crowded around the door, and he cured many who were suffering from diseases of one kind or another. He also cast out many devils, but he would not allow them to speak, because they knew who he was. In the morning, long before dawn, he got up and left the house and went off to a lonely place and prayed there. Simon and his companions set out in search of him. And when they found him, they said, "Everybody is looking for you." He answered, "Let's go elsewhere, to the neighbouring country towns, so that I can preach there too, because that is why I came." And he went all through Galilee, preaching in their synagogues and casting out devils. This is the gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
And so now we're just going to spend a few moments sitting or kneeling in front of the true presence of Jesus Christ. And in these moments that we have before him, we're going to bring our own prayers, our own thoughts, our own intentions to the Lord. And maybe we'll ask ourselves as well, while we're in his presence, do we spend enough time with you, Jesus? How do we love you more and serve you more? And so we offer up all our thoughts and prayers as we say together, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
I'm standing